Autism parents and caregivers, it's Catherine from Autism Hope and Healing. I can remember 9 years ago when my daughter was diagnosed on the autism spectrum by a psychologist. She told us that we should take our daughter home, we should try to get therapy, but she would never recover. It's a lifelong disability. We shouldn't try to search the internet and find new ways to help her because a lot of it was a gimmick, a money grab. I did not listen to her. I went home and I actually had a little bit of renewed determination. I felt better knowing there was a reason that she had a disorder and we would find ways to help her. I started combing the internet all morning, all evening when she was sleeping. Any minute I could find, I looked up ways to help her. Does that sound like you? So my daughter is still on the autism spectrum. She has not miraculously recovered despite our efforts. However, she's happier and healthier, and I feel like there's one medical protocol that has stuck out, that has brought us the most progress, and that's what I want to share with you today. I am so excited to talk about this, but first I want to show you my cup. I love this. It is my favorite coffee cup. You know, don't you ever feel like sometimes you just have a little mug, maybe it's a necklace, something that just kind of brightens your day and makes you smile? I don't know, this does it for me. So I bought this off of an Etsy shop called Enchanted Rose. So I'll include the link down below. We have been on the Nemechek Protocol for about 21 months. And since then, our daughter Anna is calmer. She's less anxious. She's talking more. Her reports from school are just better. Her behavior is better. I used to get so many reports of bad behavior, a difficult day. I don't know about you, but I hate hearing those reports. She's doing better at ABA. She's enjoying family time. We can go out in public more often. So there you see, she's enjoying time with her grandpa. She's enjoying her brother, the snuggles, doing a puzzle. I totally love it. There she's going out in public at the state fair. We were able to take her to the state fair, and I have to tell you, it was one of the best nights I've had in a long time. To see her smiling on those rides, it was awesome. We had no behavior issues. This is a picture of her getting flowers with her older sister. Here she is bowling with her classroom. They went on a field trip. They say she loves it. There are no behaviors. All of this is since starting the protocol. Sensory issues have improved. Her menstrual cycles have gotten less painful. She used to be hunched over with her cramps. She's doing so much better with all of that. She's having fewer accidents. She was literally up to 7 or 8 accidents a day at different times. Now she has about 1 a week. Despite all of the improvements, there are still a lot of things that I hope eventually will get better. I have faith in this protocol, so we are staying on the protocol. Dr. Nemechek tells us that it's a long haul, that healing of the brain takes time. So we will be staying on the protocol, and I will update you every couple of months on her progress to let you know. So what is the Nemechek Protocol for Autism Recovery? First of all, it was developed by Dr. Patrick Nemechek. He is an HIV researcher who now works with brain injuries and small intestinal bacterial overgrowth and the autonomic nervous system. In the midst of helping adults recover from brain and nervous system injuries, he made a discovery which he feels can help people recover from autism. So there you can see in this diagram that small intestinal bacterial overgrowth is basically excess bacteria in the small intestine. So what happens is that the normal bacteria in the colon now live up in the small intestine in high numbers, and this causes excess of what is called propionic acid, which suppresses cognition and impairs neural pruning and repair. And basically the propionic acid causes all kinds of issues and problems which we see as autism. This diagram details how the Nemechek Protocol fixes this issue by rebalancing the gut bacteria with either a supplement called Inulin or a medication called rifaximin, and repairing the autonomic nervous system functioning with omega-3s and omega-9s. Omega-3 is fish oil supplementation, And omega-9 is the supplementation of olive oil. And all of this reduces inflammation in the brain and brings about healing and recovery. The fourth part of the protocol is the vagus nerve stimulation, which reduces inflammation. We'll get onto that in a little bit because the fourth part of the protocol is usually not even required or necessary. So when the gut bacteria is balanced, inflammation is lowered and healing begins. The part that I like the most about this protocol is that it's so simple. So if you look at the protocol, you'll see that there are only 3 requirements to it, and one, the supplementation of inulin or rifaximin. The second one is the olive oil, and the third one is the fish oil. That's 3. Okay, we were up to as many as 20 supplements a day. We'd have to hold her down, get her to take these supplements. These were supplements that doctors had told us we needed, that her brain would function better, her body would function better. And really, honestly, in all of those years of supplementing, we didn't see a lot of progress, and we spent hundreds of dollars on these supplements. It was exhausting. This protocol is so much easier. It's made it easier for us on a daily basis. It's easier for us to travel. I can't stress that enough. Now, this diagram shows how Dr. Nemechek recommends that you rebalance the intestinal bacteria through the use of inulin or rifaximin. Inulin is recommended for younger children. It's basically a prebiotic fiber, which is a supplement, super cheap, super easy to get. Unfortunately, though, as the child ages, inulin becomes ineffective, and then he recommends the prescription medication rifaximin, which is a little trickier to get, but you can still do it, and that helps to rebalance the gut bacteria. This diagram shows how there is an imbalance in the omega-3s and the omega-6s in our diet. If you look at the modern Western diet, you'll see all sorts of things with vegetable oils, corn oil, soybeans, sunflower oil, pretty much everything we eat in a restaurant, fast food, a lot of our packaged foods all contain vegetable oil. He says vegetable oil is extremely inflammatory and we need to cut it out as much as possible. What we need is more omega-3s. We get that by supplementing with fish oil. We get that through the foods that we eat, the use of canola oil, coconut oil, grass-fed meats, dairy products, and eggs, and the use of a daily supplement of fish oil or omega-3s. My daughter takes 4 fish oils every day. The third part of the protocol is supplementation of extra virgin olive oil, and Dr. Nemechek recommends that everyone on the protocol get their olive oil from the California Olive Oil Council. I will include the link down below. They have tons of different brands of olive oil on there. We actually use a brand that you can buy from Target, and it's called Cobram Estates Olive Oil. I'll include the link to Cobram as well. The fourth part of the protocol is vagus nerve stimulation, which is often not even necessary. Dr. Nemechek tells us that most patients on the protocol don't even really need this. However, if you do need it because maybe the healing has kind of stalled or your child is not recovering as fast as necessary, Dr. Nemechek recommends the VNS. And you can get the VNS on the Nemechek Technology website. I will include it down below. The vagus nerve stimulation lowers inflammation, improves recovery. It decreases anxiety. It's just 5 minutes a day right there on the ear. It's painless. It's easy. We actually have the vagus nerve stimulation because I wanted to do as much as we possibly could to help her heal. And I do want to encourage you to get the Nemechek Protocol book. This is called the Nemechek Protocol for Autism and Developmental Disorders. Read both editions if you're interested in doing the protocol. Obviously, it's a huge book full of tons of information. I recommend that you read the first edition first. This is actually the second edition. He has 2 editions. The first edition, I feel like, does a better job of describing all of the ins and outs of the protocol, the history behind the protocol, everything you need to know. The second edition kind of goes into a little bit more detail. It talks about some of the kids that he has helped recover. It's an excellent resource if you're considering doing the protocol. These are must reads. You can also go onto the Dr. Nemechek website. I will include the link below for that. You can get YouTube videos. He has wonderful videos describing the protocol. I will include links for those. There's also a Nemechek Protocol VIP support group for parents. And I'm in that. That's $50 a year, but I don't consider that a huge expense for what you get. The support group is a group of parents who've been on the protocol, they've had success with their children, and they're open to any questions you might have about the protocol. So if you're going along and you're on the protocol and you're finding that you have questions, you actually can't ask Dr. Nemechek because he's super busy. He used to have this blog and he had like 500 questions a day. He couldn't get to all of those people. He tried for a little while, but he couldn't get to all of those people. So it's really cool that there's this support group out there, and these parents are extremely helpful. I've probably asked 20 questions, and I've been a member of that VIP support group for like over a year now. So that's the Nemechek Protocol. If you have comments, questions, suggestions, if maybe you've tried the protocol and you have something to share, I welcome it. Please include a comment down below. Have a wonderful day. Keep loving your wonderful, amazing child. Keep your head up. Keep believing in yourself and your child. And don't forget to like and share my video.